Welcome to the Animation Station Podcast, your home for discussions and debates about all things animation. Each week, we'll rank, review, and revel in animated shows from yesterday and today, and from around the world. So grab your Acme slingshot, set your mobile suit to autopilot, and put on your mouse ears. The Animation Station Podcast begins now.
So we got a DM.
Yeah, I think so.
Have a DM.
He's on board. We just need to coordinate it, and then we can be classic D&D nerds.
What? No, what we should do? We should hire out Liam to write campaigns for us.
I think he'd be really good at that,
I think
actually.
he would be really good.
Yeah. Maybe we can Skype him in for the game.
See, I wanted to Skype him in to be like a DM because I thought maybe he could do it.
Uh-huh.
But I figured like he'd be like, "No man, that's too nerdy. I was in a band." He'd be like, "I don't play dice unless it's craps."
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that could be his reaction, or he could be, "Sweet dudes, I'm in."
That was my impression. And then he goes, "Shout out."
Nice.
Oh man. Oh, hold on. I got a text from Liam.
Did you really just now?
Yeah, I told him that he should do the shout out song for the tune of Shiny. He's like, give it time. It's bound to happen eventually.
Nice.
By eventually, I expect that on Monday's episode.
Yep. Marvel Monday, bring it.
We're going to talk about Logan.
Which will be the same time this comes out. So we can't be actually like telling him to do it on that episode. We need to be telling him. We'll need to be. I know, but this is pointless. Yeah. Logan's the Wolverine's old movie, right?
Wolverine's old movie?
Isn't that what it is? Isn't Logan?
It's
I don't know.
It's Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
And
where he's got little X-23.
I don't know what that is.
It's like his clone.
But old Logan is Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He's old Wolverine.
Yeah. Well, he's not old
Wolverine.
Old
aged Wolverine.
He's aged. Cool. Yeah. Like a fine Gouda.
Cheesy, I agree.
Oh, he's atrocious. I hate his character. I hate Wolverine.
Entirely?
Wolverine's garbage.
Why do you say that?
Because it's all about Scott Summers.
I don't know who Scott Summers is.
Cyclops.
I thought that was the host of Double Dare.
No, that's Chris Summers.
Chris Summers?
Is it Chris Summers?
Somebody Summers. Look it up. I'm dying to know now.
Now you have to vamp.
Okay, I can vamp. So, I don't understand why you don't like Wolverine in particular, but...
Mark Summers.
Mark Summers.
Yeah, because didn't he go on to do like Good Eats on like the Food Network?
That's Alton Brown.
That wasn't Good Eats.
Yes.
What was the one that Mark Summers hosted?
I have never seen him outside of Double Dare. I don't know, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Now we got to vamp more? Jeez.
He was on Unwrapped on Food Network.
I've never seen that show. What's that one about?
It was like where they go and like find out how food is made.
Oh, lame.
No, it's awesome.
It's like that Discovery Channel show about how things are made.
Exactly.
Boring.
No, it's like, how do they make those cool little Christmas pinwheels, you ask? Where it's taffy, but there's a little Christmas tree inside? Mm-hmm. Well, you'll watch this and be underwhelmed. Because you're like, oh, well, this is kind of, this doesn't make any sense. And then they roll it and you're like, oh, cool.
Cool. Deleted.
You're right, Good Eats was Alton Brown.
Yeah.
He'd come out and he'd be like like, ooh, here's the thing. Taught me how to make a turkey.
Yeah. So, welcome to Animation Station, the show where we talk about cooking shows.
Yay, Alton Brown. This is episode
26.
Good job.
I had to look at my notes real quick.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, 26, man. We're climbing up there.
I'm Josh.
I'm Gavin.
We should cut all of that awful stuff out at the beginning.
Yeah, we probably should.
Nah, forget it.
So, do you think we should start thinking about something big to do for our 50th episode? Is that going to be a big deal, or should we wait till 100?
Our 50th episode?
Yeah.
That'll be in...
It's going to be in a few months.
Would that be an anime?
I don't know. We have to get out the calendar and count the weeks, but it'll be Well, 52 weeks is a year, and we started at the beginning of August, right?
Yeah.
So I think it'll be in August sometime then.
Be fantastic.
Or July.
If our 50th episode aired when we were in Disney.
That could be really cool. That could be really cool.
That would be nifty.
Yeah. We'll have to count that out and see where it lands. But yeah, 26, man. We're getting up there.
Gavin, do you have any news? Anything going down on the Disney side?
On the Disney side.
Or the any side, because I mean, we're not one of those things that only does like 3 topics.
Hasn't been anything new that I've seen about Cars 3. Just kind of more of the same. There has been little tidbits about Coco out of Pixar, and really just, I guess they're saying, you know, they're wanting to make sure everybody's not expecting a musical, but that it's a music-focused movie. And the impression I get is that it's because it's about, like, the kid is a guitar player, right? So I think it's about musicianship. Well, it's about, you know, musical craft. It's not about singing and telling stories through song. Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing. Is what a musical is.
It can be music based. Right. It doesn't have to be a musical.
Right.
It could be like Kubo.
I mean, if he's playing,
Kubo is very musically oriented because he plays that shamisen all the time.
Yeah.
But like, there's not.
Yeah, like if Miguel if his guitar style is flamenco, you don't want him singing while he's playing. You want to listen to him plucking that guitar, you know? So that makes sense to me. Like, I think as soon as they announced it, I think everybody, myself included, was just like, yes, a Pixar musical, bring it. And I think they're just wanting to manage expectations a little bit and, you know, say, okay, it's not a musical, it's just music focused. Are you staring down my shirt right now?
Did you get that? Your awesome thing that you did?
Yeah, this is my little Trader Sam's coffee hooded sweatshirt that I'm sporting today.
What'd you do for
Pretty
them?
Awesome. So, yeah, that's a good opportunity for me to talk about that.
I know, that's why it's
nice setup, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm taking part in, or I'm contributing to a contest giveaway, and basically the contest is to help pick the newest flavor of Trader Sam's coffee, and it's based on the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland and Disney World, and specifically the Attic Bride that is in the attic scene. And so that's what the whole coffee is themed around, and it's a contest to come up with the new flavor of that coffee, like what flavor would that coffee be. And so it's centered around that. Trader Sam's Coffee is a coffee company who is Disney inspired. So a lot of their coffees are based around Disneyland attractions and all the kind of iconic things that people know and love about Disneyland. And so this is your chance to help create the next flavor of Trader Sam's Coffee. So you can go to TraderSam'sCoffee.com to enter, and what you can win is pretty cool. You can win a selection of their coffees, including the new brew that they're coming up with for this contest. You can win special artwork by me, which that's my contribution to the contest, is I'm creating the artwork for the label for the coffee bag, and so you'll get a fine art print of that label. And then also the voice over actor or actress Kat Cressida is contributing 2 Disneyland tickets. So there are 2 park hopper tickets, which means you can go back and forth to the 2 parks. And that's a pretty sweet cherry on top.
Can I win those and use them when we go
enter,
in July?
Man. Yeah, absolutely. Go enter. So I think you have until the 15th. No, you have until the 5th of February to enter. And then that's when they pick the final 5. And then they're going to put it up like on a Twitter poll to vote. And then the bride will pick her Valentine on February 14th. And that'll be the winner. And that's the person that'll win it all. So, yeah, go check it out. TraderSam'sCoffee.com. Also, give them a shout out on social media and buy some of their coffee. It's delicious.
They're Trader Sam's Coffee on Instagram, right?
Yes. Yeah, and Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
We also purchased our Lego Batman tickets.
Yes, that's coming up around the corner. Just a couple weeks.
We should do a nice little cartoon cafe over that.
Yeah, we should, definitely. It's been a while since we went down to the old cartoon cafe. It'd be nice.
I wonder if they're missing our patronage.
They are. They're like, where are those guys and their microphone? So, Your Name.
Your Name.
Ooh.
A lot of news out of Your Name.
Yeah.
So, previously, the highest, in the global box office, the highest, or most earning, what would you call that? The highest grossing. The highest grossing anime film was Spirited Away.
Yes.
With like $275
It's shockingly
million.
low. Like, I think that's really low.
Well, it's anime, though. Anime is not like Disney.
Yeah, but it's Ghibli, which has been distributed by Disney now, and they always come to a major theatrical release.
This is box office, though. I would assume
I know,
that
it was a major
more...
theatrical release. It was released nationwide.
But I would assume that. But when was it released, though?
I mean, it's been like 10 years.
It's been 10 years, which is not the height of where anime is today.
Agreed.
Now, I'm sure if Spirited Away came out now.
It did, remember? We saw it.
Yeah, I know. I bet if Spirited Away were to premiere now, I'm sure it would do way better.
Yeah.
But Your Name, for just coming out in September, I believe, has already passed Spirited Away in the global box office with $280 million.
And it hasn't even been released here or Europe, right?
I know it's in parts of Europe.
Okay,
so
it's not a worldwide release.
Festivals.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not even a full wide.
This movie is just blown up. I can't wait to see it, and we know when we can see it now too.
April 7th.
Too far away.
This year. It's way too far.
Too far out there, man. But I'm glad we know that it's coming. I'm glad we have a site or something to put our sights on that's out there on the horizon. I do like anticipating things that are out there, so there will be much anticipation. I think for me, that is like the thing that's going to get me through my Cars anxiety until, it'll get me through April, and then I'll just have, 2 months from there to have to wait for Cars 3. So that's kind of like my safety net is Your Name.
Yeah, and then we got a Tangled Before Ever After.
Yeah, they released a little more full trailer, really. Yeah. Which I think
comes out in March.
I think it looks pretty neat. It's got a really fun, kid-friendly, cartoon style.
Yeah, it's not a lot of what we missed from that previous teaser when they announced it. It's pretty much the same thing. We just got a little bit longer of the takes.
Yeah.
And there's that one girl who's in it. I'm guessing that she may be like Rapunzel's bodyguard. Because Rapunzel is a princess, and Finn can't be there all the time. Because he's Zachary Levi.
Right.
So I see him doing more of a Rob Lowe in a Lion Guard type thing, where he's not in every episode.
Maybe.
But he is, I would say, maybe in every other episode.
Yeah.
You'll have Zachary Levi.
I feel like I remember reading something about this series when they were first making casting announcements, and when they said Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi were coming back to reprise their roles, I feel like I read that they were going to be the key voiceover artists, but not the sole voiceover artists for those characters, meaning they would come in and say a bunch of stock lines or the main lines for things, but then a lot of the dialogue in between would be done by other people who were basically mimicking them or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like I read that early on. Or maybe it was somebody's opinion, they didn't think they were going to get two big name people like that to voice over a cartoon for who knows how many shows and how many seasons.
Now, as long as it does one thing better than the Lion Guard, because there's so much singing in the Lion Guard.
Is there
because
really?
It's Disney Junior, and I hate it.
Oh, I didn't know there was singing in that.
Way too much.
Really?
Way too much
More
singing.
or less than Jake and the Neverland Pirates?
Ooh, about par.
But Jake has great songs.
Jake has great songs. Lion Guard doesn't have good songs.
Oh, that's too bad, because the Lion King does have good songs.
Yeah. So I can see them doing something like that, but there's no way that Mandy Moore is going to sing any of those songs.
Yeah.
And it's Disney Channel. I haven't watched a Disney Channel show like regularly since Kim Possible.
Okay.
Which had like no songs.
Yeah.
So that was also before XD.
So when does this premiere? It premieres with like the little short movie, and then it goes into the series. So the movie comes out in March?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right, I think that's all we've got for the news.
I think that's about it, yeah.
All right. Do you want to go into our main topic?
Let's do it. So this week we talked about an anime show. It's the first time we've done an actual series on our show.
Yes, this is the first.
And it's from your beloved Rooster Teeth.
Yay.
So before we get into the actual show that we watched, which was RWBY, I want to ask you a few questions about Rooster Teeth so that people who may not know Rooster Teeth, like I didn't know what Rooster Teeth was before I met you. No idea. It was never on my radar, never heard of it, nothing. So there might be other people out there who don't know what it is. So Josh, first of all, just give me the big picture. What is Rooster Teeth?
Rooster Teeth is an internet-based company that has smash hits like Red vs. Blue, where they basically originally used the game Halo and basically created a story and adventures and everything out of that. So they didn't actually create the game, but they told a narrative inside of the game.
Got it.
They also created RWBY, which was one of their first like forays into actual animation. Maybe the first. Because everything else that was pretty much they used other stuff. Oh well, no, there was that. Oh, never mind. We won't talk about that. It was like nature or something. That was garbage. But yeah, and then they've stepped up their game now.
Okay.
They've got Camp, which we watched.
Oh yes.
Some of Camp.
I forgot that was Rooster Teeth.
X-Ray and Vav, which is their Saturday morning superhero show.
Okay.
X-Ray and Vav. And
now all of these are just online, right? They just do
online.
Streaming. Is it like on their website, or do you have to have Crunchyroll or
go to their
Funimation?
Website. They have they do have a partnership with Crunchyroll, so RWBY is getting streamed on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
So you can do it there. You can check them out on Netflix. Everything goes through YouTube now. So the way that Rooster Teeth has started doing their stuff is if you watch it as a first member, you get it the day of, or the day before general launch. So it will come out Saturdays for first members, the Sundays for general audience. So if you're a subscriber to the Rooster Teeth site, but you don't want to pay the, I think it's like maybe $4 a month for first access, you can watch it on Sunday absolutely free.
Cool.
Then they put it out for the general public, like on YouTube. They put that out a week later.
Oh, okay.
So you have to wait a week if you're watching on YouTube in order to watch it.
Gotcha. But ultimately, you can partake of their stuff.
For free. Yeah, you can watch all of it for free.
Now, I seem to be aware of the fact that they also do a number of podcasts and vlogs as well, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like they kind of have a broad network that they've built up of entertainment media stuff, and all kind of in a similar like gaming, cartoon, anime avenue.
Yeah, they were one of the first companies to like really jump on the internet bandwagon.
Oh, okay.
So like they started doing their stuff well before YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, so they had their site and they were having Red vs. Blue and you could pay for it on their site. I remember watching it at school back when I think season 2 premiered. And you could watch it originally like SD, and I think that was free. But if you wanted it HD, you had to pay for it, and it was like the size of your phone. The screen was.
Oh wow!
That's how big it was.
That brings it. So is this before YouTube was created?
Yes, before YouTube.
When did YouTube
happened.
Start?
Oh, God, you're asking me weird questions.
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm gonna look that up. 2005.
Really?
I would assume.
That's crazy to me. Okay, so I'm going to look that up just out of curiosity. Why don't you just introduce RWBY and give us kind of the overview?
Okay, well...
RWBY Volume 1, which is what we
RWBY Volume 1.
Yeah.
Well, RWBY was created by Monty Ohm back in 2013. The way that we got these, it was kind of secretive. They announced that they were going to be doing some sort of new thing.
Nailed
2005?
You
Look at that.
nailed
Look
it.
at that.
2005. Impressive, man.
They talk about that on the Rooster Teeth podcast all the time.
Oh, nice.
I stole that. My memory works. But yeah, so what they did was it was just like a random afternoon. They started tweeting out like, "Oh hey, we're going to be premiering something. We got a trailer for it." It's like, okay, cool. I'll watch it. Waited. It popped up.
Teaser for it.
Not
really a trailer.
And we got the RWBY trailer, which is the first trailer where we have Ruby Rose.
Which is super cool.
Unfortunately, I think that's the weakest of the trailers.
I disagree.
Yeah, because I had you watch all the trailers.
Yep, I watched all 4 of them.
But yeah, basically what they did was they had this trailer, and then like I want to say like a month or 2 later, they came out with the white trailer for Weiss, and then black for Blake, and then yellow for Yang.
Right.
And it was all leading up to the premiere of the series at RTX in 2013.
Okay.
I unfortunately was not at RTX 2013. I went to 14 and 15, but was not able to get to 13. It's one of those, had to work.
Oh man,
Gonna get
that
out of
stinks.
It. Yeah. Well, because they started doing everything. Here's the problem with RTX. 4th of July weekend.
Oh.
Usually every 4th of July weekend.
Yep.
And it is insanely hot.
They
did it
because they do it in Austin, where they're based, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
downtown Austin.
That would be very hot.
Which isn't. It's not like downtown Austin's fantastic.
Is it? I've never been.
Oh, it's great, but it's hot. It's crowded, and especially on the holiday weekend, it is hard to get any sort of flights.
Oh yeah.
They did have it. I want to say
parks or hotel rooms or it's a destination.
It was either 2014 or 2015. They had it in August, and that was fantastic.
Nice.
It still was the same heat.
See, that is what's going to be interesting about the D23 Expo this year, because it traditionally, every single time, has been in the middle of August. They bumped it up a month this time, and now it's in the middle of July.
Which sucks because
it's really weird.
Because RTX is the week before we go to D23.
I know.
And I was really looking forward to going to RTX.
Man, I'm sorry.
And then I was like, oh man, D23.
But this is going to be a rare experience for you, I think, because of where it is and the expense of getting to California. I think you may have less opportunity to go to this, and you'll probably have more chances to go to RTX. So I'm glad you're going to D23.
Yeah, but I want to go to all the RTXs.
Well, sure. I know. I want to go to all the expos, but I don't have a time machine, and I can't go back to 2009.
I was even a VIP for the first Let's Play Live.
Nice.
Where I went into the Austin City Limits.
Yeah.
So their big, huge concert hall.
Yeah.
And watch the Achievement Hunter guys play video games.
That's what you do in your living room every day.
That's what I do in my living room, but I did it for real. I flew down to Austin, rented a hotel room for one night to watch them play video games, and then flew back.
That's hilarious. All right, back to the show.
What were we talking about?
RWBY.
RWBY. So yeah, then we had after all the trailers, it premiered, and pretty much a hit.
Okay.
Like right off the bat. So yeah, the series was created by Monty Ohm, Carrie Shawcross, and Miles Luna. And Miles does the voice of Jean Arc.
Oh, okay.
In the series.
The lame character.
Everybody thinks he's lame. I like Jean.
He's so dumb.
He's fine. Leave him alone.
Whatever.
But unfortunately, Monty did pass away.
Oh,
in
seriously?
2015.
Dang.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was very sad. Very sad time in the Rooster Teeth family.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I went to that RTX, they had a big Monty memorial wall. People could sign it.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh.
Nice.
It was really bad because, unfortunately, the year before, I had the chance to meet him, but because I had a little autograph ticket thing, and I was going to be able to meet him, but I went to a panel instead and missed my chance. And that would have been my only chance to meet him. And I kick myself all the time because I didn't get to shake his hand and say thanks for this awesome show and everything that you did. Sucks so bad.
That does stink.
Yeah.
So we just watched this. We
did.
watched the whole first series, which is what, an hour and a half long?
2 hours.
2 hours long.
I was actually way wrong on that.
Okay.
It's 2 hours.
So the first season, but that's still totally watchable in one sit down.
It's about a Disney movie.
Yeah, because
not an old Disney movie.
If you're watching it, were we watching the DVD? Is that what we were watching?
The Blu-ray, yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. So you can play
I don't
it.
Watch DVDs.
You can play it just nonstop. Like there's no breaks between all the episodes because they're mini episodes. They're like 8,
they're
9
like
minutes.
4 or 5 minute episodes.
Yeah,
like
okay.
A lot of them, and then they'll have like a 10-minute episode. Then they'll go back to like a 4.
Yeah. So on the Blu-ray, you can just watch it continuously. Like there's no break between them, so it just feels like you're watching a continuous movie, which was kind of cool. Like I think there were maybe 1 or 2 spots where I thought, oh, that's an episode break.
Yeah, there's a couple breaks that they have where you can tell that it was definitely.
But for the most part, it just feels pretty seamless. So that was cool, and it's basically a school that's training young fighters of beasts, to put it in basic terms. And it's these young gifted. It's kind of like Hogwarts. It's like the specially gifted people get picked
very Hogwarts
to go to this special school. All the teachers are freaking British, so it seems kind of a Harry Pottery at times. But basically, it centers around the 4 main characters, which is RWBY, Weiss. I'm gonna nail this. Yang. Yang's last, right?
Yeah.
Blake and Yang. So it's basically red, white, black, yellow.
Yeah.
And those letters, RWBY, end up being their team name of RWBY. So,
which is weird that the main character's name is also RWBY.
I found that a little weird too, but it kind of makes sense. And all of the team names kind of lined up with the leader's actual name a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
we have Team Juniper, which is Jean,
right,
Ren, Nora, and Pyrrha.
Yeah, and then the bully character like that.
Cardin.
Yeah, and the name was Cardinal. Yeah, so they all kind of line up. Anyway, so it centers around these four girls, and it's kind of a story about them all being put on a team together. The sorting hat or this teacher with tiny glasses tells them what team they're on and what their team name is and who their leader is. And RWBY, being the youngest one, being picked as the leader was controversial to some of the team members. And
not some,
just one, yeah. And so basically it's kind of the story of how the team grows together and then just kind of has this first story arc together. They learn things about each other. They have a few ups and downs, many battles, and it's kind of a pretty simple story arc, but I thought it was interesting enough. I mean, the story kept my interest.
Nice. That was quite enjoyable to have you explain it. Just seeing it the first time, because I'm sitting here like, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Okay. So I do have problems with this show.
First off, do we want to take the good or the bad first? Do we want to get the bad out of the way and then go into the good?
However you want to do it. This was your pick.
Let's cut the Band-Aid first.
Okay, let's rip it off, man.
There are problems with this
crap
first
animation.
Series.
So
it's not crap.
Okay, look, this is basically, and I told you this in the car when we went to go get snacks. This is basically the equivalent to video game animation from 10 years ago. If I was playing a video game and this was the animation, I'd be pumped. Hey, this is sweet. This is cool. This is awesome. Sitting down and watching a show or a movie, you have time to really look at it and judge it. And it was clearly just a budget thing. They don't have high-end animation programs, or they didn't at that point. At that point, they didn't.
Because I showed you a clip from season 4.
Yeah, which looks entirely different, better.
Leaps and bounds better. It looks like a legitimate
show. Yeah. There's almost no shadowing or shading in this series. There's very little directional light happening in any way.
Yeah,
it's like everything is in a light box where light is coming equally at all angles.
The backgrounds too. The backgrounds are very dark.
Super
the
weak.
People are very dark. which they...
No. The people, if they're not a main character with a speaking line, they're black silhouettes.
I'm talking about the background characters.
Yeah, not just dark. They're black silhouettes with no detail.
Which they do fix in the second season. That was one of the things going into the second season that they said, we're going to fix this.
Right.
Because they started getting that following and stared getting like the sales.
Well, that has to go back to a budget thing too, because
and then the budget comes through, and so like, okay, we can actually fill these people in. And that's what they did. Yeah. And then even in the third season, because third season's the huge tournament. Yeah. And they basically.
So it's basically
everything.
So that's Goblet of Fire.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. This whole arc is there's a thing in a lot of anime series where there is a tournament.
Right.
For whatever reason, Japanese anime love tournaments. So, like in DBZ, we have like 3 tournaments. There's Yu Yu Hakusho, which 90% of the whole entire series is one tournament. So, like, it's very popular. So, when we have a whole season pretty much dedicated to the vital tournament, it's perfect.
Yeah, I like that. Where was I? Oh, we were talking about the backgrounds.
I wish I could show you that, because that's really cool, because they're...
You can show me stuff.
Okay.
The backgrounds in RWBY left a lot to be desired for me, and a lot of times I almost wish in many scenes they just didn't bother. Like, just put them in a white space or something, because it was just really flat surfaces, no texture, no depth or dimension.
Yeah, and
when they did try to do texture, like with the forests, and there was that one shot of the helicopter-ish ships flying in towards the cliffs with the waterfalls coming off of it.
There's some terror
and it looked like South Park. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you can see where they try too much and it just
tears.
It's
like at that level of animation that they could do, they should have stopped at some places and said, okay, no, they shouldn't have gone to try and be in actual nature. It should have been like a very sci-fi landscape of, maybe like a hologram tree and cliff instead of an actual tree and cliff.
Did you like the one painting bit that they did when they fly off into the sunset and it's just drawn? They don't render it or anything. It's just like canvas.
That was okay. It was okay.
Would you prefer that they did that? Just like do like a canvas like for like the background stuff.
That could have worked.
Actually like rendering it.
It could have worked. I guess for me, at that level, it would have been better if it was just in a completely like simulated space instead of them trying to be in a real world scenario. It just ends up being a little hard to accept for the eye. Now,
what about the characters?
Let's talk about the characters. That's exactly where I was going to go. I really, really love the concept of the design of these characters, the 4 main characters. I think they're really well conceived. They're super cute. They're really adorable and BA at the same time. But again, the animation quality that they're able to do hinders a lot of it. So when they're in combat, when they're fighting, fantastic. Like that, you can tell that's where the money went.
Yeah, like we were talking about that. That's
during
where
those
the budget
scenes,
goes to the combat.
They move with fluidity. They're even clearer, and all of that action is great. But when they're standing face to face, talking, when their mouths are moving, when their faces are attempting expressions, it falls a little flat. When they walk, they're close. They're very close. But there's a weird, stiff roboticness. And they try and give a lot of them different walks.
Yeah.
And it comes off as like, okay, their walk isn't really part of their character. It's just distracting now. And then the actual, what do they call it? The armature or when they do 3D animation, they have to give it an engineering, like a skeletal structure, like everything, a rigging. I think it's called a rigging. And the way that this is done, it's almost like, their clothes are a separate object from their actual selves.
Yeah.
And so, we talked about this as well. When a face would turn too far to the left and when it would brush up against their collar, where instead of their collar giving way and bending, it would just disappear into their face. And, that's just the quality and the ability of some of that level of animation program and rendering that they could do. And I get it. You can only do so much with what you have, but little things like that, if they had the budget to really animate that well and have those physics engines and have the clothing, flowing and bending to the body more than it was, then it would have been fantastic. Again, I really did like the character design, but just the level that they're at wasn't able to deal with that much intricacy, because there's a lot of detail in those characters, and they just couldn't handle like the hair. I mean, Yang's hair, I wanted to run a brush through it the whole freaking time. Just like, oh my gosh, get that under control.
I've always, in the first series, I've always had problems with Ruby's cloak. Yeah. Like her cape. Because, okay, there's
how it just always kind of stands out from her at an angle.
And then there's a part where, like, when they get attacked by I think it's the Nevermore. The big crow.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
When it shoots its feathers and it, like, grabs, like, it, like, sticks into her cape, her cape becomes, like, 3 times longer than it originally was.
It's stretchy.
I mean, it must be, like, made of elastic. Yeah. Because it, like, stretches so much. And she's, like, pulling that, and you're like, that's a lot bigger than it originally was. Yeah. Which, it's stuff happens.
Yeah. So the only other major issues I have with it are to do with the story, the side stories. I don't think we needed a lot of it. Like, I think we spend way too much time with Jean Arc's team.
We did spend a lot of time with Juniper.
And the bully situation and the girl trying to help him out and Pyrrha trying to help him out. It's like, I think we could have addressed that in maybe 1 or 2 scenes and kind of gotten the idea, okay, yeah, there's this other team. They're SG2. We don't care about them. We want to go back to SG1 every time. I just wanted to be in that story. I wanted to know what was going on there. And that I didn't like that. And then
that's called season 2. We have a big camping montage in season 2.
Well, and then a lot of the stuff at the school ended up being really hokey to me.
Yeah, the school kind of it's very Philosopher's Stone Harry Potter.
It needs to,
when you're just like, we don't care about your potions class or anything like that. Just get on.
It needs to be after school adventures. It's like, we learned this in class today, and then go have your adventure. We don't like seeing that spazzy teacher who's like zipping all over the classroom, like back and forth.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot that guy in the face.
Well, you won't like season 2.
And then the walrus character, like the general with the big walrus mustache, who's like, No, I don't need that. I don't need that at all.
It's Ryan Haywood.
I don't know who that is.
That's fine.
The voice actors did a fine job. That's fine. But just I don't know. The school ends up being hokey to me.
The background characters were like, hey, you.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh. Some of those were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Those were like, we need somebody to do a voice. Random animation intern, it's you.
Yay. So I mean those are the points that I can criticize about this. So do you have anything to add critically, or do you want to talk about what's good about this show?
I mean, like I said, going back and watching this, because I think the last time that I actually watched this was probably 2014, 2015 is when I watched the series.
Oh, do you want to talk about your tweet?
Yeah. I know the last time that I actually watched the series was I tweeted at Lindsay Jones, who is the voice of RWBY, because she says that line when they find out spoilers, when they find out that Blake's a cat,
right?
And she's like, oh, she does really like salmon. I thought that was
hilarious.
Tuna. She does really like tuna. I thought that was hilarious. So I tweeted. I was like, "That was a great line. That was perfect." She's like, "That was an improv line."
Yeah, she tweeted you back and told you that.
Improv, and I was like, "Oh, nice! It's even better that it was improv."
Yeah, it's totally cool.
So yeah, I guess I could go on Twitter and find out the exact last time that I watched it.
Right.
But that'd be a lot of history to go through.
All right, so what's good about this show, Josh?
I wasn't done with what I thought was bad.
Oh, my bad.
Going back and watching it again, there were a lot of things that I saw that I was like, oh man, Gavin's gonna hate this. Even when we decided to watch it, I was like, I told you that there were gonna be parts that you didn't like.
Well, and I came into tonight with the proper expectations. I feel like I knew what I was getting into, and my intention was to give it an honest, objective look, and I came away with many things I do like about it. So I definitely gave this a shot. So keep going.
But yeah, I noticed simply like there's a lot of clipping. There's the one scene where they go out and get the syrup, and Jean fights the Ursa, and it's
sap, right?
It's sap. The syrup sap, whatever.
We have to make sap into syrup. I mean, I don't want to be Britannica, but... Okay, go.
Nora drinks it regardless. It doesn't matter. We have the trees that are... Because I think they're in the I can't remember.
Ever-autumn forest or something like... Everfall?
Something like that.
I think Ever-autumn.
I think it's something with a fall.
It's autumn all the time,
they're in the red forest, and you see all of the leaves falling, but then there's a couple times where it's just the square white pixels. And I was like, wonder if Gavin's gonna catch that.
Yeah. See, let me interject something real quick right here. This is, and I can't believe I didn't think of this, but when I was talking before about the environments, and I wish that they were in more of a what did I say? Like a holographic or not a real environment, but a simulated environment. That's what those teasers did do. Those teaser trailers were except for the one that was in like the opera house, but the forest in that first one where she's fighting the wolves, and then that weird nightclub that looked like it was from Tron Legacy. Those were like really simulated environments where you weren't having to rely on naturalistic shapes or things. There were those trees in that first one were super stylized. It looked like she was in a video game, and those looked really cool. I thought those looked better than any of the environments in the actual show. So that's what I wish they kind of would have done, and it would have been okay, more acceptable to the eye if you had a strongly pixelated thing here or there, like you just mentioned. Does that make sense? That's kind of what I would look for in the environments in the series, but that's not what I got. So whatever. Keep going.
Anything else that is just going to be nitpicky.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be.
All right.
I don't want to go into that.
All right. Well,
what did you like about the series?
Okay. Well, like I said.
First off, did you have a favorite character?
Yes, Blake Belladonna is my favorite character.
Did you have a favorite character from Juniper?
I had a least favorite character from Juniper.
That's not John.
I can't remember.
Everybody hates Sean.
Look, I've only seen this once, so it's Pyrrha?
Pyrrha.
Is that? She's the redhead, right?
She's
with the weird, like, gladiator headband.
Yeah, she's very Greek.
She's alright. And then it's the boy and the girl's got the crush on the guy, right?
Yeah, there's
the pink-haired girl.
Ren and Nora.
They're kind of cute. They're kind of fun side characters. Like, we definitely don't have to waste a lot of time on their story because they're the perfect, like, little side characters. Like, that's all we need.
I think they grew up in an orphanage together.
Maybe. I mean, I thought they were fine. They tell that little story in the cafeteria, and she's exaggerating, and he's like correcting her the whole time.
Yeah,
that's a cute little moment. That's all we need from side characters.
When I love how she rides her hammer.
Yes,
when she goes
very
across,
cool.
She's like,
like
a captain riding the hammer. It's
very
the best.
Cool. So, my favorite character is Blake.
If you were gonna rank
super
Team
cute.
RWBY. How do you rank Team RWBY?
On a scale of...
No. I mean, like, how do you rank the team?
I know,
members?
but like in
Blake's the top.
BA or just my favorites?
Your favorites. Blake's the top.
It's going to be the opposite of you, I bet. So Blake, then RWBY, then Weiss, then Yang.
Oh, you don't like Yang?
I don't. Like,
she's got cool shotgun fist things.
I do like that. To me, her I don't know. I get it, but I don't know. Yeah, she's my least favorite on the team. Okay. But I like her. I mean, I don't dislike her, but she's my least favorite on the team.
All right.
Somebody has to get 4th place, right? So the characters of the Team RWBY I really like. I like their design. I love the weapons in this show.
Yeah.
I think they got really cool and creative with the weapons where, yeah, it doesn't matter if you have a scythe or a sword or whatever you have, it turns into also a major gun. And the fighting sequences that they do with these characters and their weapons are pretty freaking amazing. I was impressed. I like the beasts that they fight. I think those were very well conceived. Again, very video game-like to me. I feel like I've fought characters just like that.
Gavin, what we could do, they do have the RWBY They have the RWBY Grim Eclipse game on PlayStation and Xbox that we can totes play.
Oh man, we should play that. So.
And you can be Blake.
No.
You like Blake.
Oh yeah, Blake. Sorry.
No, I don't want to be the character that I like the best.
Sorry, I'm still so new to this world.
You can be Blake and I'll be Sun and it'll be great.
Okay.
You don't even know who Sun is.
No, I'm just going along with you right now. Oh, I didn't like him very much.
Really?
He's all right.
I loved his weapon the best. Out of all of their weapons, his is the best. His is the staff that turns into nunchucks that have revolvers.
I didn't even notice his weapon.
So like when they turn into nunchucks, he'll like shoot here. It'll have the cord. It'll flip over to the next one. He'll grab it and he'll shoot with that one too.
Oh.
And then they're just like constantly flipping.
How did I miss that? And then he can turn
it into the staff, and the staff will shoot too.
Wow, that's
so
pretty cool.
He's got like 3 weapons.
Well, continuing on with the combat, I mentioned it already. When they do the animations of those fight sequences, fantastic. You were telling me that a lot of it was mocapped, and that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Monty mocapped, the majority, if not all of it.
What's Monty?
Monty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, what didn't he do on this show?
Voice
all the girl characters?
Yeah, he does voice Rin.
Okay.
So that is his voice, and when he passed away, they got his brother who lives in Japan to voice his character.
Wow. Well, fantastic job on those sequences, and the innovative choreography with their fighting styles and the weaponry was really entertaining to me because every fight scene ended up being a little different. And that one where they do finally all come together and really like narrow in on their team awesomeness when they're fighting that big crow thing, and they all kind of line up their powers all at once and they slingshot RWBY right at it, and she drags it up that cliff and then aces its head at the top. Fantastic. So good.
Yeah, they expand more on that in season 3.
It's really cool.
They actually have like attack code names.
Yeah.
So it'll be like Bumblebee, Ice Queen, Ice Rose, like stuff like that, and it'll like I know Bumblebee is like
a transformer.
No, yes, but that's when like Blake will like grab her because she has that cool whip gun. That's also a sword.
Yeah.
She'll grab onto it, and Blake will grab one end and like basically spin around and around and around and around to get that momentum, and then basically fly at him. It's pretty dope.
It is very cool. I mean, they just did a great job with all that stuff. Excuse me. I do like, in a lot of the scenes, I do like the color palettes that they use, especially for the characters.
It is very colorful.
I feel like they were using a lot of very iconic looks. So a lot of the time, like the character color palette of several characters just screamed other characters to me. Like whenever Jean Arc has his sword and shield out with his blonde hair, I think Link. He just looks like he's Link from Legend of Zelda. And the blonde girl, Yang, like because she's got the blonde wild hair and she has a lot of orange in her outfit, to me it looks like Goku.
Well, yeah, she also goes Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and her style is kind of like that too, yeah. And so And I mean, obviously, Ruby has a strong Red Riding Hood thing going.
Well, that is the thing. Like,
Vice, I get moments of Elsa. She's even got like snowflakes on her dress and stuff, and she has like some ice powers. And I don't know.
Like if we think if we put it as a fairy tale, then you have Ruby, who is Red Riding Hood.
Right.
You have Weiss Schnee, who is
Elsa.
Literally Snow White.
Or Elsa.
Or Snow White
Snow
as
White.
her name.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure what Blake is.
Catwoman.
She's Catwoman.
She's so cute.
We have Jean Arc, who is
Joan of Arc. Yeah.
Professor Ozpin, who is Oz the Great and Powerful.
Right.
We even have Glinda Goodwitch, who is literally Glinda the Witch.
Yeah, she's one of the professors too.
Yeah, we have a whole fairy tale type.
Right. There are a lot of
concept
references, and
there's a lot of references to other
like
Rooster Teeth shows, like this Achievement Hunter references.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure. It's all a bunch of in jokes.
Oh, it is
with them a lot of times. So all of that went over my head, of course. I'm trying to think what else. What else did you like about it?
Oh man, I like the story.
Mm-hmm.
The characters were fantastic. Going into the voice acting, we didn't really know who was going to voice whatever. I think like one of the first voices we got was Blake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And then we got Barbara Dunkelman as Yang. And she
See, I like her voice the best.
Yeah.
Even though I like her character not the best, I like her voice the best on that show.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a little bit higher than her normal voice, because she's worked for Rooster Teeth for a long time.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, like she's basically on the majority of the podcasts.
Oh, okay.
So you pretty much hear her every week if you listen.
Mm-hmm.
And like her voice, like she was like one of the big ones that was like, oh snap, that's really really cool. That's Barbara, and then Lindsay is Ruby, so we actually get two voices in that first episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Then another longtime worker, Kara, is Weiss.
Nice.
Cannot remember who Blake is. That's really bad. But Michael Jones, husband of Lindsay Jones, who also works at Achievement Hunter, voices son.
No relation to Davy Jones of the Monkees. Okay.
See, I try and make it cool, and then you just
whatever.
You brought the Monkees up.
Are great, man.
It's like bringing the Partridge Family in.
No, not even close. Like the Monkees kill the Partridge Family.
That's like Danny DeVito. Is he related to Danny Bonaducci? They're both Danny.
Except I was going by last names, which has much more of a correlation to relationships.
Bonaducci Vito.
All right, dude. Well, we've talked about this for quite a while. Do you want to rate it?
We can rate it.
All right. This is going to be interesting.
What are you giving it?
Out of 5 Jiminy Crickets, there are things that I love about this show, but this will be my lowest rating yet. Just because the animation wasn't there.
It can't be, because we both gave Secret Life of Pets a 1.
No, we didn't rate that, did we?
Yeah, we did at the end of the episode.
Tied then. I'm giving
you're getting it a 1?
1 Jiminy Cricket.
Oh,
now,
man.
I am definitely interested in watching the subsequent seasons, because if they give this thing a budget, I think it has legs for sure. No pun intended, because there's lots of legs in this.
Well, there's legs.
Yeah. Some other curves.
I'm not gonna do some spoilers.
Yeah, so
I can totally do it.
What do you rate it?
Maybe, give it an arm and a leg. You're laughing. You don't know what that means. Yeah, it's all right. Oh man, not going as RWBY as a whole.
Right, just series 1.
Just series
volume
1. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
Gonna give it a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now RWBY as a whole, it's a 5.
Nice.
I saw the first episode of season 4, but I'm waiting for all of it to be out so I can binge it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's one of the problems that I have with the weekly content now.
Mm-hmm.
Is like with Red vs. Blue and RWBY, Camp was different because Camp there's really not a story. Mm-hmm. It's just like individual episodes. Mm-hmm. So that's totally fine. But
when it's a story arc, you want to be able to watch it all.
I want the story to be done, and then I want to watch all of it.
Like, that's why you've watched Troll Hunters 6 times through now.
Yeah, it's all there for me.
Got it. Okay. All right, dude, you want to do top 5?
All right, take it in the top 5.
Woo!
And now, for another top 5.
I get to go first this time?
Yeah, you do, dude.
Oh, boy. Gavin, you're going to love me.
So what are we doing this week, Josh?
This week, because RWBY is full of awesome, cool heroines, we decided to do our top animated heroines.
Yes, we did. And I picked all girls this time. You'll be proud of me.
Oh, you didn't pick Hero? I thought you should have put Hero since you put Coco on.
Yeah.
All right. So, for my number 5, I have a tie.
Always cheating, Josh Kane.
I cheat all the time. So, for my number 5, I had a tie between Judy Hopps from Disney's Zootopia.
Dang it. Where's my red pen?
And, are you ready for this one?
She is heroic.
So, as if I didn't cheat enough, I went with all of the Sailor Scouts from Sailor Moon. The main 5.
The only way you could have cheated more with that number 5 is if they were all male. That was an epic cheat.
Well, no. If we go into some of the different later on Sailor stuff, but we're not gonna talk about those.
Yeah.
But right. So
I know that Sailor Moon is super popular. I still have only seen.
Too, and I'm gonna go see the movie tomorrow.
Oh, nice! I'm very happy
Sailor
for
Moon
you.
R.
I've only seen that one ending of one episode that you were playing, and it was at the airport. And a plane took off at a 45-degree angle.
It did. It went straight
I was like, wow, that's realistic, dude.
Dude, in Japan they have ramps, so they go right up.
Oh, that was awesome.
So so my number 5 is Sailor Scouts and Judy Hopps.
So my number 5, I'm going to start out with a little TV animation from Teen Titans.
Now, hold on. Depending on which one you pick, this will be good.
Oh, well, yeah, you definitely have your opinion on everything I do.
Yes. So
Starfire.
Raven, man, it's Raven.
I like them both.
I like them both. I do like Starfire, the princess of Tamaran. She made my princess list.
She did. I like them both, but splitting hairs, I like Starfire just a tad better. Just a tad.
You don't like Raven's emo-ness?
No, I do. I find her entertaining, but I like Starfire better.
I was like, evil beware, we have waffles. It was great. Great line.
She's awesome.
And Tara Strong delivers it.
Yeah. All right, dude. Back to you.
You
threw your list, man.
Book. Tell me more about Starfire. Why do you like Starfire so much?
I just think she's a cute
if you're
character.
Pick...
Look, it's been a long time since I saw the show.
Is it because she kisses Robin? Because that's how Tamaran's
that is kind of cool.
Language.
But I don't know. I like her character design. I think she brings a little more of what I want from a show, a little more positivity than Raven does. So I don't know. Like I said, splitting hairs. I like them both, but I just think she's neater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Acceptable.
Oh, I appreciate that.
My number 4, I went with, from Disney.
Nice.
I went with Fa Mulan from Mulan.
Excellent choice.
Yes.
That is an excellent choice. I like it.
She's super BA.
She is.
Did you not put Mulan anywhere?
Shut up. I'm not writing that down.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, she's
Why
super
didn't
BA.
I think of Mulan,
She
man?
saves all of China. Well, knowing you probably put Jasmine down there somewhere as a heroine.
Nope.
Good.
No
she's
Jasmine.
not. She does nothing.
Well, she doesn't do nothing, but I agree that she's not a heroine.
She kind of sits in her palace.
This is not the Aladdin bashing show.
Almost gets her hand cut off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Fa Mulan.
Nice.
Or
Good
just
pick.
Mulan. Whatever you want to call
Good
her.
pick.
Her name is Fa.
I cannot.
It's family name.
Okay, you're done, dude. Okay. It's my turn. I can't believe I didn't pick her or even think of her. So my number 4 is somebody that I featured on my heroes list, and that's Go-Go from Big Hero 6. Because she's awesome.
I want to say that's cheating, but I did have 6 people.
She's my favorite character in that movie, and interestingly enough, I kind of wish that Team Big Hero 6 had gotten their act together more like Team RWBY did in that fight against the Crow, because they don't have it all figured out as a team yet in Big Hero 6. Like,
they don't even have a team name
if they had
Big Hero
fought
6.
Yokai the way that the RWBY team fought that big crow monster, dude, they would have ended it.
Even
the movie would be half as long.
Even at the end, they still do their own thing.
Yeah.
They
figure out, oh, I can do this because I'm thinking outside the box. But it's never like a team effort.
He basically just says, do what you're good at.
Right.
He's basically like, you be you, boo. That's basically what he does.
Honey Lemon and Fred team up, and he explodes her little smoke bombs or whatever. But that's about it. They all do their own thing the whole time.
Ugh.
I wish they would, like, I'm hoping for Big Hero 6 too, and they have their stuff together.
Hopefully in the series.
I'm never going to watch the series, though.
Why aren't you going to watch the series?
'Cause I don't have that TV, and they're never going to make it available to me, and I just...
Dude, I'm going to buy it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, then I'll watch the series.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 3?
Same thing with Tangled, because we don't have a Disney thing, so I'm just going to buy it on Amazon.
Nice.
My number 3, I went with RWBY from Black Lagoon. It's a little anime, and she is the most BA of BA. Really? She's kind of like an anti-hero.
Oh.
But
a rogue?
She is the coolest.
Nice.
And the tension, the sexual tension between her and Rock. Ugh.
Is Rock a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
Okay.
You can cut it with a knife.
Nice.
Like, there's one episode. Oh my gosh.
So is this an adult show? It's an adult show.
It's very guns, pop, people get killed. Lots of swearing.
What's it called
Mainly
again?
from RWBY.
What's it called?
Black Lagoon.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
They're like pirates, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But cool pirates, not like One Piece pirates. They're cool pirates.
Okay.
Yeah, she's fantastic. When we do our favorite love scenes.
Is that what we're gonna do? Love scenes?
You know, I know we have a special.
Maybe in February.
Yeah, we have a thing coming up in February.
Okay.
Favorite love scenes. I'll show you the scene that I'm talking about, and you'll see it, and you'll be like, oh, let's see. Yeah.
Nice.
Involves a police car.
All right.
And a cigarette.
Wow.
Technically 2 cigarettes. Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you get for number 3?
Seriously, jeez. Whew.
Everyone watch Black Lagoon.
Getting warm in here. My number 3 is Mrs. Incredible or Elastigirl.
K.
What do you mean K? She's awesome.
I'm gonna send one of my famous texts that's just K.
K. The letter K.
The conversation.
K. I don't understand your response because she's amazing. The Incredibles are amazing. She's the mom that holds it all together, and I love how they animated her as this elastic, basically as stretchable as can be character, and the creativity with which she's able to attack problems using that elasticity. I love it. I mean, she turns herself into a boat, a parachute, and then a boat, like to save her kids. It's amazing.
You know, like Gumby?
Kind of like Gumby, but better.
Don't diss Gumby and his red horse.
I'm surprised you like that stop-motion animation.
I don't like it.
Yeah, okay. So now that you've
David
dissed my number 3, why don't you give me your number 2?
I've dissed most of your stuff.
Pretty much.
My number 2, I went with another anime. In the Fate series, I went with Saber.
Okay.
Who's this really cool blonde chick who she's basically King Arthur. Because spoilers, King Arthur was a girl.
Oh!
Very like Joan of Arc. Very Joan of Arc that way.
Right.
But yeah, she was Artoria.
Or Jeanne d'Arc.
Jeanne d'Arc.
Or
I think it's like Jeanne d'Arc.
Mulan.
Yeah, whatever.
Is it kind of that? Is she pretending to be a boy?
Yeah, she was pretending to be a boy because she had to lead her people.
So she was not only pretending to be a boy, but she's the king?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
She gets summoned to the real world to fight in this, again, like this tournament.
Okay.
Pretty much. Right. And for it's called the Holy Grail Wars. She has to fight and bring the Holy Grail. I mean, and she's, king of England, so.
Sure.
Got to do that.
Sure.
But no, she's fantastic.
Good pick,
Whether she's with Shiro or Kiritsugu. Or whoever is in these other 19 other ones, because there's always a Saber. And it's always her, because she's the BAist of all BAs. So, Saber.
Awesome.
I'll show you Saber.
All right.
Yeah,
because I'm clueless.
You do your number 2. You do your 2, and I'll pull up Saber.
Okay, I'm going. So my number 2 is one that you've already bashed many times, but
Jasmine.
I don't care. From the movie Brave, I'm going with Merida. My favorite arrow shooting.
Make sure she doesn't feed cookies to the wrong people.
Awesome chick. Yeah, she didn't feed them to those kids. The kids stole them.
No, but she tried to feed it to her mom. What a word.
Anyway, I love Merida. I love her journey in that story, and I love the way that because of her ultimate love for her mom, she was able to put herself between her mom and what is the most horrifying Disney villain beast ever.
A bear?
Mordu. Yeah, but he's horrifying.
He looks kind of
scary, man. He's like a bear monster.
He looks kind of like the bear from Fox and the Hound.
But way scarier.
Yeah, a little bit scarier.
And that one's scary.
Yeah.
So, it's okay, so this is Alice in Wonderland with a sword.
That's not Alice in Wonderland with
a
sword.
It is. The blue, the white. It's totally Alice in Wonderland.
She's way cooler.
I'm sure she is, but her costume is Alice in Wonderland.
You're Alice in Wonderland.
He's showing me pictures of Saber, just so you know. So yeah, what's your number 1, dude? Or do you have honorable mentions?
Yeah, honorable mentions.
Oh, is it like a page?
No, it's just all anime.
Okay.
I went with Asuka Langley Saw You, or Asuka. I can't remember what her new name is, like Shikigami or something. From Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
Do you remember Asuka?
Yes.
Red-haired girl.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Third child? No, second child.
Doesn't matter. Go on.
Shinji's the third child. Makoto Misaka from A Certain Scientific Railgun and A Certain Magical Index. She's cool.
Take your word for it.
She's the ace of Toki Wadai. Shoots a cool little quarter, turns into a railgun. Pretty dope. What? I gotta go San from Princess Mononoke.
Oh, good one.
Who's also pretty BA.
Yes.
And then I went with Team RWBY.
The whole freaking team?
I went the whole team again.
You're a cheat.
No.
Yeah.
I would put Yang a little bit higher than other people. Mainly, probably RWBY. RWBY's kind of like my least.
Really? She's your least?
Yeah.
Less than Weiss?
I like Weiss.
Oh, okay.
I like Weiss more than Blake.
Whoa!
Yeah.
We did have an opposite.
Mine goes like
thing.
Yang, Weiss, Blake, RWBY.
Yeah, dang, dude.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's awesome, man. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. So, is it my number 1?
Do I do my honorable mentions first?
Go ahead and do your honorable mentions.
Yeah, let me get them out of the way.
Words.
Let me get them out. So, you gave me 2 of mine. I added Judy Hopps and Mulan to mine because I'm stupid and I didn't think of them. But then I also put Ahsoka from the Clone Wars.
Nice.
I like
Didn't
her.
even think about Ahsoka.
I like her a lot. She's cool. And I put the Tooth Fairy from Rise of the Guardians because I think she's pretty cool.
Nice.
And then
Toothania?
I put
Toothania?
something like that, yeah. And I put Blake Belladonna on my list
you put
because
Blake on there.
yeah, I really did like that character and I thought she deserved an honorable mention here. So, all right, dude.
Well,
number 1.
For my number 1, this may come as a shock. I went with someone from Disney.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You can, if you ever need to get in touch with her, you can call her, beep her, if you want to reach her. It's Kim Possible, man.
Oh, I don't know.
Kim Possible.
I didn't get any of
that.
that.
From Disney's aptly named show, Kim Possible.
Nice.
Yeah. Saves the world when Ron's stoppable, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
Ron loses his pants. There's Naked Mole Rat. It's great. Draken and Shigo, probably the best Disney show that Disney has ever come out with.
Wow. Yes. That's high praise, man.
It's high praise.
Because you're a TV guy.
Yeah, and it's always Kim Possible. Huh. If they were to put Kim Possible out today, I would buy it today.
Wow.
But it's Disney, and they hate their fans.
Disney TV. Disney Channel hates their fans.
Hates their fans.
This is true.
And it's not like they
cannot even tell you what Kim Possible looks like. Like, I've never seen a second of that show. Not even a second. I have no idea. I have a general understanding of what it is. It's kind of like, isn't it kind of like Veronica Mars, but more?
You shut your mouth. Is it Veronica Mars? If anything,
high school kid, like, solving mysteries and saving the world, right?
Yeah. Was Veronica Mars in high school? I think she was in junior college.
She was in high school and she was solving mysteries. The only thing she wasn't doing was saving the world because they were small-time mysteries.
She's like Tia Carrera in The Relic
Hunter.
What
is that?
Well, Safe Search is on.
You do not have Safe Search on, my friend.
Yeah, I never have Safe Search on.
Okay, I've seen her. Yeah, she's adorable.
It's Kim Possible. It's KP, bro.
She's adorable. I like her.
Beep, 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 beep. I can't do it. Hang on.
Nice.
What do you got? Hold on. I'm going to guess. Is it the fish?
Nope.
From Pinocchio?
Nope.
It's not the fish?
Nope. You don't even know the fish's name?
Yeah, it's Bubbles.
I hate
Bubbles
you
from Powerpuff Girls.
so
Oh,
much.
man. Actually, not Bubbles. I like Buttercup better than Bubbles.
Well,
Blossom sucks.
You can add it to your honorable mentions. No, it's not Disney. It's not DreamWorks. I mean, no, I meant to say it's not Pixar. It is DreamWorks.
It's DreamWorks. Huh.
Yeah. I've mentioned this character on the show before in other top 5 lists.
Nope. I never listen to your lists.
I know.
I just like to
you
make
don't
fun
even
of
pay
them.
attention, really. So, from a franchise I love, a franchise you couldn't care less about, Kung Fu Panda, it's Tigress. I freaking love Tigress. She's so cool. Some of the best animated.
Didn't even know who voiced her.
I couldn't remember at the time. That doesn't matter to me. That doesn't matter almost at all to me who voiced her.
Fought me tooth and nail.
It matters how well it was voiced. No, we just had a guessing game. There was no fighting
I
tooth and
knew.
nail.
There was no guess. It was Josh knew, and you were like, "No, not her."
No, that was just guessing.
We'll let the audience decide when they listen to
Nobody
the recording.
cares. Oh my god. It doesn't matter to me who voices any character ever as long as it's voiced well. You could voice any character as long as it's voiced well.
And it would be voiced well.
I'm sure it would be. Why aren't you doing voiceovers? Yes.
I don't know why I'm not doing voiceovers. I should do it like a demo reel and send it places. Oh my goodness. These are bad.
So, yeah, you've taken the wind out of my sails for number 1.
No,
Thank you.
Tell me more about the...
Nope. I'm done. I've already talked about it.
Tell me more about Tigress.
She's awesome. Some of the best animated fighting sequences with her ever. I love it. She's amazing. She's tough. She's cool. She's a kung fu master. Josh is literally falling asleep.
Sorry, I was just like...
All right, dude. We have gone on and on and on in this episode. I did not think we'd talk this much about RWBY.
Well, in the beginning, we had a lot of news that we had to get through.
That's true. We didn't think there was going to be much news, but there ended up being.
Yeah, like when we did our Wednesday meeting, there's like, what do we got?
Your name, release date. That's all we had.
Release date.
Yeah, but no, that's cool. We got a little more packed into this episode. All right, Josh, where can everybody find you, dude?
They can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh L. Kane. What about you?
They can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Gavin Otteson Art.
You can find the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast.
And on Twitter at Animate Podcast.
You can go to the website, which is animationstationpodcast.com, and you can click on the link to listen to all of our episodes via the podcast tab.
You can also find us at Facebook and Tumblr. And then you can always download all of our episodes for free on iTunes and Stitcher. You can also rate us and like us in those places too, and we encourage you to do so.
Yeah, because then other people can see our stuff, and then it's awesome.
Exactly.
But yeah, we got a bunch of new, wonderful international
I always
people.
love hearing where people are tuning in from.
Obviously, we're the biggest in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Then, in descending order.
Okay. You're going to read the whole list?
I got the whole list.
Okay.
It's not a lot. There's a good amount.
Bring it. Read them quick.
United States, Brazil, Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, Ireland, Estonia, Germany, Kenya, Iran. I'm sorry, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Kuwait, other regions. Singapore, Sweden, Argentina, Uzbekistan, Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, the Maldives, Italy, Japan, Bangladesh, Israel, and Nigeria.
Wow. That's really cool.
I think Sweden's new.
We only have one continent left, dude. We just need Antarctica. That science outpost listener from Antarctica to tune in, and we've conquered the world.
Well, once that happens, then once we hit that guy,
then the International Space Station,
the ISS.
Dude, we got it.
Maybe
we
that's
will make
other
it.
Regions.
I don't think it is. And then
we wait. Then we wait till like the SpaceX stuff happens, and then they're on Mars, and then we have to wait to get Mars.
Yeah, let's take over the galaxy. Here's the thing, though.
That would take like 2 days for that to get... Oh, no, I said 2 days. That's like 2 years. The podcast will be over and be like, bleep, Mars! We'll be 40 and be like, Gavin, we got Mars! Well, I'll be 40. You'll be like,
I'll be like 100. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm old. All right, dude. Well, I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah. Oh, and
let's just keep going and going and going.
Shut up. No. I guess they already would have lost their time to enter in for Cloud Cities.
Yeah, I think so. But this rambling has been important.
Yeah, but definitely go listen to Cloud City Cast. Our good friends, Liam and Brittany.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I almost said Liam and Manoa.
Well,
I miss Manoa.
Sometimes it is.
I miss Manoa.
I do too.
He's like that dark horse that comes on. Or like in what was that in This is the rambling ending section of the podcast.
I hope the outro is already playing at this point.
Oh yeah, no, it's already played and ended.
Okay.
What's the thing with Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion?
Oh, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
Yeah, when it's like bad horse, and it's like the horse. Manoa should be bad horse.
Bad horse, bad horse. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh man.
That killed me. I'm out. I'm done.
Bye everybody. My gosh, just stop or die.
I'm
Bye
gonna die.
Everybody.
Bye. Made you look.